Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another City Skylines video, and today we're going to be playing City Skylines 2 for the first time. Alright, we're going to be starting a brand new city called Builder's Paradise. If you're tuning in with us live, thank you very much for joining. If you're watching this after the fact as a video, then feel free to leave some comments down below helping me out in building this city. Now this is going to be my first time playing City Skylines 2, so I am going to have to learn everything about it, and we're going to go through the tutorials and everything like that. But this is also my first time live streaming, for real. So hopefully everything's going well. It took me a while to set up this morning, but I'm pretty sure everything's working smoothly right now. So let's go ahead and let's just start out by hitting new game. Let's decide which map we're actually going to play on. Now I remember, so Builder's Paradise actually comes from the very first city that I've ever built in City Skylines, and it was called Builder's Paradise. And so hopefully we're going to be recreating it almost like an homage to the first city I ever built in City Skylines 2, and hopefully it's going to be a little better. But I remember it was on like the most basic plain map there was, so let's try and find something. Not Mountain Village. I gotta say the maps for City Skylines 2 are definitely a lot better than the basic maps in City Skylines 1. Coral Riches, Great Highlands, we got Lakeland, we got Twin Mountain, Sweeping Plains, Sunshine Peninsula, River Delta. I remember the River Delta was a map back in CS1. Waterway Pass, no. Windy Fjords. No, I think we're gonna have to go with nah. Probably Coral Riches or Barrier Island probably seem like the best two options. So you know what, let's go with Barrier Island, because that's definitely gonna provide some challenge in the future. So let's select a map. We're gonna name it Builder's Paradise. Alright, theme North American, European, just like the last game. That's pretty much all they got. Left-hand traffic, no. Natural disasters, yes. We're not gonna unlock all our unlimited money or unlock map tiles or anything like that. We are gonna hit begin tutorials, because I do not remember how to play. Remember, I've been playing City Skylines 1 on console this whole time, so we're gonna have to relearn all of these PC controls. And let's go ahead and hit start game. Now, if you guys are wondering, I am playing this on a Mac, so that's a Mac OS device. It's a Mac Mini with the new M1 chip. I'll be releasing a video shortly if you guys want to learn how to play City Skylines on your Mac. Alright, welcome to City Skylines 2. This is the place to build the city of your dreams. Take on in-depth challenges of managing city services and directing traffic flow and following the lives of your citizens. Tutorials are here to guide you as we take your first steps towards building a city. As you progress, more hints and guidance will be available in case you need it. So, let's build. Before we start, let's take a look at how to move the landscape using your camera controls. Anytime you feel like turning tutorials off, blah blah blah. In the pause menu, you go, okay, let's get to work. So just like any other game, we got AWS. A little laggy there, but that's okay. Alright, camera controls, rotate your camera with Q and E. Tilt your camera with T and G. Zoom in and out. You can also zoom in and out with RNFs. Now, I would want to change the tilt to RNF, because I'm always going to zoom in with my mouse wheel. Alright, great job. You're now ready to start your first city. To guide you through those steps, we've prepared a task list for you. Start a task by selecting play and complete the steps to unlock the feature. You will also see hints along the way. They point out useful information. You can proceed at your own pace. Alright, let's start our first task. Road basics. Now, okay, I'm assuming I have to hit this. And okay, a city exists around roads. When you build a road, a cell grid appears on the land next to it. This is the area you can build on. Most roads come with a built-in utility network, a network of electricity cables, pipes, water, and sewage. So all buildings connected to a road. Oh, okay, so that's a lot different than City Skylines 1. We just have them connected to the roads. Definitely making things a lot easier. Don't have to worry about pipes underground or connecting wires everywhere. That was always a hassle in City Skylines 1, so let's hit this. Alright, we got our 2-lane road. Tool options. Alright, we got the shapes of which we can build our roads. Placing roads. The elevation. Alright. Parallel mode. Snapping. What is this? Building roads. Left mouse button when it's done. Unselect it. Okay, let's build a road. So I think all we have access to right now is, yeah, 4-lane road and the 2-lane road. So then we're gonna start off with a 2-lane road, just like most cities would have to start out. Ooh, these snapping options are definitely different. Okay, so it just kind of puts it to one side. Let's zoom out a little. And we're gonna stay in line. They don't have the like the distance blocking that they had in the last game. That's okay. How much money do we have total? $1 million? That's crazy. Alright, so we're just gonna build a little road over here. And we're gonna get that done. Now, next thing is to, okay, we can bulldoze. That's cool. Next thing is for residential zoning. So let's start making our city design. Now, let me take a look at this map. Okay, so this is our first tile in the map. We are facing a bunch of water this way. Small island over here. So if we want to unlock, see, I don't really want to unlock all the tiles with water in it because it kind of reduces our ability to build. But if we can unlock like 28 tiles, or not, I'm pretty sure we can unlock like 106 tiles in this game. That's crazy. So I guess it wouldn't matter. We can get all these green lands back here. Alright, let's start building just a small residential area. Oh, what's this? Interesting. Okay. So we're going to start building a small residential area, kind of in this area, not really affecting anything. Alright. So we're going to go out this way. Oh, let's keep the coast kind of clear right there. Right here. Now, how far do I have to go? It's right here. I guess so. I guess so. Now, I don't know if these tiles connect or how that kind of works in terms of zoning, but we're just going to connect this back up. Yep, that's in line. And that seems about good. Let's make another little road, just a connecting road right there. And let's go out another block. There's 90 degrees. Dang, so it doesn't tell us like when we're in line with another road. Oh, there it is. There you go. Okay, so then we can connect these roads. Nice. Okay, that was actually terrible. So let's learn how to use the bulldozer. Get rid of this street. Yeah, let's get rid of this street. And let's go back into the roads. Pick it up. 90 degrees right there. That's better. That is better. Alright, let's start zoning some residential area. Now, zoning determines which type of buildings. Okay, we know this. Let's hop in. Divide it into groups. So we got residential right here. I like this map legend over here. So residential, suitability, ground pollution. You get a lot more information than you do in the last game. I gotta say the graphics are definitely a lot better. So let's add in some low density housing. Let's make this whole kind of plaza. Oh, dang. Alright, things are building pretty quickly. What do we have in here? We have themes, so there's European, North American, we got North American, fill mode, rezoning, okay. Okay, so we are gonna have to get power over here eventually. It's not letting us do that right now, but so we're gonna have to zone some commercial area, which is fine because I left this little space here for commercial area. Let's hop over here. Let's go to low density business. I guess that's a new name for commercial zoning, but I mean, I like how they still keep the zoning commercial over here. And we're gonna put that there. Oh, Duck Toy, we are hiring. Just opened a new store on 279. So simulation can be paused, like so. The simulation speed. And we're gonna exit out of here. Okay, just like that, we paused it. Now, let's get some industrial zoning so it allows us to give some electricity to our citizens. Let's rotate around here. Alright, now we want this whole throughway kind of open. Open for kind of a highway or like a major interchange, that type of thing. Now, I'm still gonna have to learn like scaling in this game, like knowing how big things actually are in relation to the map, but that's okay, we'll figure that out. Alright, let's build this road so we can get some industrial going. No, definitely not liking that. What if we zoom in? Like we could make this a little industrial park right here. And there we go. Now let's do some industrial zoning. I think we gotta do it through the task over here. If we can get all these tasks done today, that is a-okay. Let's go to the industrial services, industrial manufacturing. Let's just put that in there, right there. Place an industrial zone. That's pretty much all we gotta do. Alright, of course we got our zoning demands down here. Now this should be a little bit different in terms of demand because of the economy 2.0 update. So we're gonna see how that affects the city, but kind of glad that we didn't start the series before that because a lot of videos were showing that cities were getting pretty affected by the economy 2.0 update. Let's get some electricity going finally. Got some variety, small coal power plant. Wind turbine. Outside source. Okay. So I think we are gonna have to, let's build a wind turbine. Now, where do we get the most production? Alright, so we only get 5 megawatts total to work with, as opposed to the last game's 8 megawatts, which is fine, but I don't really like how it doesn't necessarily show you where like where the best wind current is. We just kind of have to find it ourselves.
I'm sure they'll turn up. They're for the brown sedan parked outside the radio station. Oh,
Or maybe wind speed is just too low in this whole area.
please don't steal my car. I mean, the old hornbuckle mobile, please. Oh, good. Here they are. Well, never mind then. Thank you for listening to Second Moon.
Wind speed too low. Okay, so maybe let's just not make a wind turbine. How much electricity do we have? We got... Okay, we're consuming a lot more than we're making because we are making 0. So maybe a small coal power plant is what we need. I mean, it is $100,000. But we do have $1 million, so that is fine. And the only place with coal is where we put our residential area. That's great, man. That's just great. All right, let's go back to this wind turbine and let's just see if we can place it. Yeah, we can place it. That's cool. Okay, so we got low voltage. Wait, can we run them underground? That is pretty cool. Now, if we were to connect this to a road right here. Yeah, this is our, okay, electricity flowing. Nice. Oh, this is definitely a much more in-depth electricity game we got going on here, but that's cool. We're gonna try connecting one of these smaller things over here. Maybe? Oh, wait, what is this? Transformer station transforms high voltage currents coming out of a power plant to low voltage currents usable by buildings. Okay, so this is, I mean, I guess it's a lot more realistic. I don't think I need a transformer right now. But I would like to know why this isn't working. Electricity cable not connected. Power line not connected. Okay, so do we need to connect the power line to the wind turbine, or do we need to connect the wind turbine to the power line? Well, I guess we just get rid of that. I guess we can get rid of this. How do I lower with my there we go. Let me round it. There we go. Some meticulous things, but not too bad. Alright, so now that we got all this electricity connected, let's move on to water. Hold up, now this isn't connected. Power line not connected to the network. What does that even mean? Alright, if you guys know anything about electricity, please let me know, because this is not making sense to me at all. Nope, that is is not working. Okay, maybe if we bring these cable lines from here to here. Nah, that's also not working. I'm definitely gonna have to watch an electricity tutorial after this because this is not making sense to me whatsoever. Just like this big cable line. Like I get we have our wind turbine, we connected that to the roads, and that's fine. But do we need a transformer or something? I don't know. It's not like a zoned electricity. Like there's no like area that you just connect to. It's kind of all by cable lines now and through the roads. So let's go ahead and delete this one and let's just move on to water. See if that works. Unless we do need the transformer. I mean, I could build a transformer right here. Oh, okay, so you do need a transformer, and then you connect the power line to the transformer. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. It's kind of like real life right there. Okay. That's interesting. So I mean, we could put that in the industrial area. I mean, I'm not really sure how to hide that because I definitely don't want that near the highway over here. Huh. All right, we're gonna leave like that for right now, and let's get into water. Every city needs good water network. This makes sense. Let's get a groundwater pumping station. That's new. Now this area is going to be polluted. Oh wait, we actually need an area with groundwater. Oh wow. Wait, no, that's. Those are groundwater deposits. Okay. I guess those weren't oil deposits. I guess these are all groundwater. Is groundwater the only thing? I don't know. Let's hover over and see if we have. Oh yeah, there we have a great water output. So let's actually connect it right here. Yep, that works. Groundwater pumping station can be used if your current city limits contain underground water deposits. Now this does. Okay, so we could have just got a water pumping station. Okay, we're supposed to do the water pumping station. That makes a lot more sense. So where is the water flowing? It looks like the water's flowing kind of left diagonal, or at least in that direction. So let's actually put the water pump in this little basin over here, somewhere off the map. All right, that makes even more water than our groundwater area, but that's cool. So we hit OK on that. Build a water pumping station, connect to water pumping station. Oh, it needs a road connection. It needs a road connection? We can't just use pipes? That's crazy. Okay, there are water pipes, but I guess we need to get into sewage. Good sewage network is essential to the city, so we We have our sewage outlet. I don't know if you guys can see, but can you see how like the selected item is kind of blurred? That's interesting. So let's put the sewage item over by our over here. I don't know, I kind of just, I mean, I never want to deal with sewage. That's kind of a rough thing to deal with, but we gotta find a way that it doesn't leak into our water supply. But we also don't want to fill this river up with poop. That's not gonna be it right there. You know, let's actually just put it right next to it. Hope that doesn't affect anything. So let's get a single sewage pipe. Can I get the combined pipes? I mean, that's really what I want. Alright, let's... zoom out, connect this to our road here. Alright, connect sewage outlet with the existing network. It seems like it's going to be... Okay, pause menu. You can visit the pause menu anytime. Well done. We finally completed the tutorial to City Skylines 2. So now that you've completed your task, you now have the basic knowledge to build a city. Going forward, more tutorials and hints will pop up to guide you on your way. If you feel like you no longer need guidance, alright, let's continue with the city. Let's do what we know best. Now, if we could change Celsius to Fahrenheit, that'd be alright down here. But alright, city service. Building has no road access. Now, we could relocate the building, or we could just bring a road to it. We figured out how to get. Okay, we got the combined pipes. That's cool. Underground view there. That's interesting. Alright, let's get these combined pipes working. So we're going to bring this combined pipe over here. And then we're also going to bring this combined pipe to the sewage. Do they need to be separated? That's kind of weird, man. Sewage pipe not connected. Water pipe not connected? Now, can we just get those to go away? Because, I mean, they are connected. Huh.
Pending updates to our power grid, the city will be experiencing rolling.
Okay, the radio is on. That's pretty cool. But dang, now we gotta figure out these water pipes.
Guidelines on the city's website on how to plan for these.
All right, I think we're just gonna keep it separate from now on because it's obviously not working.
Recent spikes in demand have led to temporary local shortages in the city's fresh water supply. The public should be aware that we are struggling to get the situation in hand.
All right, let's change this to a water pipe. And then we'll just delete that pipe in between the two.
If it doesn't look to its past? Well, I say the question speaks for itself. Here on Second Moon, we know you can't move forward unless you keep both eyes steadily trained on what's behind.
Switch over to the underground. Underground demolition right here. And we're gonna get rid of that one. Alright, that seems good. Okay, so apparently we need a road access to this. Now if we can just use the underground water, we don't have to worry about this at all. We got a small water tower. We got advanced water pumping station, water treatment plant. So we do want the water treatment plant eventually. That's gonna work out just fine. But for now, I think we're gonna unpause and see if this all works. Alright, let's unpause down here. And alright, we got our industrial building right here. We got a lot of demand for commercial, but we know never put too much commercial in. Alright, let's go see how everything's going. I might have to speed things up. I got no pop-ups for demands or anything like that, so probably could. Oh, they're gonna want electricity. Now, if I can get an underground cable to them, that would work. Alright, so let's try and get underground cable to our water pumping stations over here. If you guys have any tips, please let me know, because I do not understand the electricity part of this at all. Alright, so we're gonna get low voltage electric current right here. And this is above ground, right? Yeah, that's above ground. Okay. So we're gonna try and go. That's on the ground, or is that? No, that's gotta be below ground. So let's just go negative 10 meters. Let's try and drag this over. Oh, I guess if we connected a road to it, it wouldn't have this problem. That's true. Alright, let's just get our water production. Our output is 168,000 M's per month, but we're only consuming 122, so honestly we just get rid of this for now. For now we could get rid of it. Because of our groundwater pumping station down here. We kind of put in, which is a pretty cool addition to City Skylines 2 that they didn't have in City Skylines 1. That is not bad at all. So we're going to test out the groundwater thing. We're just going to get rid of this water pumping station right here. Maybe. Oh, here we go, above ground. Yes, let's bulldoze this. Let's go underground and bulldoze. There we go. We'll definitely come back to this when we've expanded the city and built roads out here, but right now I don't want it looking too wonky. We're trying to make it look as good as possible. So we're done with demolition. Let's get out of this underground mode. And let's see how the city is building. Now, of course, right now we are playing this game in vanilla mode, but I would not be opposed to adding any mods or assets or DLCs, especially if you guys recommend it. That'd be great. Right now, let's let this build up, and we're gonna have to get to expanding pretty soon. One thing I would like to play around with is the cinematic mode, because I don't know if you guys have seen on my channel, but I love to make cinematic videos and like cinematic outros, intros, things like that with our cities. But being on PC is definitely gonna be a lot harder because I don't get a controller to play with, but we'll figure it out. Does anyone else praise the sun? Crazy. Alright, let's check out our chirper over here. Overabundance of electricity. Actually, I don't even think we have enough electricity. Okay, then I think this down here is our level. Oh yeah, progression. Oh wow. So we don't have any available points, but I guess this is how we unlock things at our own pace. And then milestones, we got tiny village, which oh, it's now through XP. It's not through population. That's interesting. I think they made population more realistic for this game, because as you can see, we only have 29 people, where in City Skylines 1 this would be like 50,000. So let's develop a little more. Let's try and reach that first milestone. Alright, so as we can see, this is what our commercial buildings are looking like. How far can we, let's really zoom in. I wish they had that automatic cinematic mode that they have in the last game, where it just kind of ran through a bunch of moving cinematics. That was pretty cool. Oh dang, look at that boat over there. Passenger ship. Factories are now built. Let's definitely get this back to normal speed before things start going wrong. Little key right there into real life. It's been hot out, guys. It's been really hot. So let's just start expanding. Builder's Paradise. So still figuring out these controls. I keep panning up when I'm trying to pan down. It's kind of annoying, but alright, I think we're gonna start building this out. Though I would like to take a take a peek at these snapping options. So right now we got show contour lines. Oh, okay, for elevations like that. Oh wait, we can just build. No, we can't. Or can we? Yes, we could just build in a grid right here. That's crazy. So we could have a perfect grid set right here. Look, that was about like 1, 2, 3. That was about 6, 7 roads that I didn't even have to build on my own. That's fun. That's gonna make city building a lot easier. Definitely gonna make a lot of people very happy. As I'm sure you guys know, if you guys have played City Skylines 2 already. But let's go back to some zoning. Now over here we got North American style low density waterfront housing. Okay, so that's if we were building by water. That's pretty cool. That's some nice customization. They add a little vanilla detailing, but we're gonna stick to low density right now. We're gonna fill up each one of these boxes and probably just gonna keep going until the demand finally goes down. Now I'm kind of being a reserve builder right now. Like I don't really like to start building too big too quickly. I don't know what you guys' thoughts are on that. That's pretty much how I built all my cities. Now I know I'm not trying to like detail this city or anything, but if we were, we'd be building pretty slow. All right, so let's try building another grid. Let's make it around this commercial area right here. Oh, okay, so we did unlock a bunch of roads. We got 3-lane asymmetrical road, 1-lane road, 2-lane road, 3-lane road, gravel road. So I guess that's like our dirt road from the last game. Alley, pedestrian street, 2-lane wooden covered bridge, and a 2-lane Trouse Arch bridge. Dang. Got some 1 medium road. We got we did get a small roundabout. So roundabouts was another big thing in City Skylines 2 as opposed to City Skylines 1. Apparently they're a lot easier to implement into your game, and there's a lot more flexibility when it comes to all these roundabouts right here. So we got a small roundabout with a tree, small roundabout with a concrete bush. So let's actually let's start building a small roundabout with a tree. Sorry, if we put this right here. Dang, tiny village. Milestone 1 unlocked. Congratulations, your efforts are bearing fruit and your city is taking its first steps towards success. We get $25,000, not that we need it. We get 1 unlock point, so we are gonna have to see what we're gonna unlock. And we are gonna get 3 expansion permits. So that has to do with tiles. I guess I gotta unlock 3 more tiles, but with the new upkeep cost of tiles, that's not really something that I want to do just yet. So let's go to the progression panel. Milestones. Okay, so we did unlock a bunch of stuff like taxation and things like that. And the next milestone is at 2,500 XP. Of course, Megalopolis. It's 671,000 XP. It's kind of specific. That's pretty much just a flex, but that's obviously the goal. But right now we're a tiny village. Gotta start somewhere. So let's develop and let's unlock either advanced road services or roundabouts. I think we're gonna unlock roundabouts just to start with. There's nothing else. There's nowhere else to progress in that area. So to unlock. That's pretty cool. That's kind of a new system of doing things, but I'm alright with that. Now let's build out this roundabout right here with some more just classic 2-lane roads. Let's go out this way. Now I wonder if you could. Oh, this is the grid. Okay, so I was just wondering if there was some grid implementation that could be done with this, and I guess there is. But right now I just kind of want things in line with the commercial building that we got over here. How far out can I go? Yeah, right there. Seems nice. Can we get this road over here? Dang, so everything just kind of works seamlessly. That was pretty nice. All right, let's start zoning this area with, oh, we got a fourth bar here. We got medium density residential demand. That's interesting how there's two different demands. That's definitely different from City Skylines 1, but I guess it kind of makes sense if you have more demand for like a high density city as opposed to low density rural suburban living. All right, let's see what these notifications are for. Condemn, this building is in the wrong zone or outside the zoning grid and will be demolished soon. Oh, I think that's because of the road I just built. That's cool. Can I demolish them myself? Yeah, I could. If we go to above ground demolition, let's get rid of these myself, and they should fill right back up with houses, no problem. Let's get out here and let's start zoning. So I guess we did unlock medium residential zoning. We got mixed housing, okay, mixed with commercial, low rent housing, and of course high density housing. That's when things get interesting. That's when things upgrade to skyscrapers. Oh, hold on, we got a radio message. Listen to this.
Modern age. Unlike most modern music, classical has always been penned by someone sitting in front of a sheet of blank paper, using only their imaginations as guides through a silent, audible masterpiece. Now here we sit, listening at full volume, and our souls are transported. But let us not tarry. On to the next rapisode.
Interesting news from the city's export division. Sources tell us that our city has more services than we know what to do with.
And you know what that means, folks. It means we're not cutting things close enough.
Well, no, the point is we're
Not cutting things close enough, that's funny.
That's right. You could almost say it's too much of a good thing.
Or we could say that we're enjoying a positive trade balance and the economy is booming. More after this.
I'm not sure how the economy's booming with 49 people in our city, but we'll figure things out. All right, do I want to? Yeah, let's speed this up and let's try and get some population up before the stream ends. Oh, okay, so this is the map tiling. Okay, so we did kind of explore everything in this episode. So this is how we purchase tiles. Again, select tiles, deselect them, things like that. Map tile upkeep cost. Purchasing. All right, that sounds good. Now, if I selected this tile, for example, the tile upkeep cost is $13,000 a month, which is kind of crazy because especially if you have fast growing time, like months go by pretty quick and you only get almost like 4 paychecks from your city to yourself, so you only get 4 pay periods, and that would have to exceed $13,000 a month. Not only that, but it does cost $25,000, which really isn't that bad. We got $25,000 for becoming a small village, so I mean that's not crazy at all. But that's cool to understand. Dang, so we still got a lot of demand for some low density residential, which is very cool. Let's get some more low density residential in here. There we go. Population's booming, especially now that we got it at 3 speed, but we're definitely gonna hit 100 pretty soon. Ooh, okay, so we could get a thumbnail right there. Now this has to be, yeah, lack of labor, lack of high skilled labor. But we don't have access to education right now, so there's not much we can do right there. We're gonna have to do garbage management and healthcare, deathcare pretty soon, but that's okay. We'll figure that out. Right now, I kind of want to get a thumbnail for this video, so let's go out into a cinematic mode. Oh, I guess we could do picture mode. All right, there's cinematic. Yeah. Dang. Okay, so it doesn't actually. Does it preview it? Hide UI. Toggle orbit mode. Lens. I don't necessarily want focus mode. Oh, we could do this. I don't know if I make this like a 10? No, that's way too much. Nah, 1 is too much. We'll make this like a 0.5. Yeah, that seems about alright. No, I think it did just turn nighttime right now. If we switch it back to... Dang, how do we switch it back to daytime? Oh, here we go, time of day. Okay. Let's go... So this is definitely military time. Let's go somewhere like... We go 8 a.m. 9 a.m. That works. And... let's go back to the vignettes. We're definitely going to change this down to like a 0.3. It's really cool how they have all these camera settings. We're going to play around with this a ton this series. But right now, let's change this to like a 3. That seems good. And then we can definitely do some color correction in post. Let's go back to the camera. Alright, I guess that's how we zoom out. Alright, that looks pretty good now. Oh, wait, did I? Okay, so it's spacebar to resume the game. Seems about right. So now let's how do we actually take the picture? Okay, right here, take photo. Now where does that photo even go? Alright, I don't know where the photo goes, so I'm gonna take a picture myself through just like the screenshot mode on Mac OS. So let me hide UI. Let me hit. Let me hit Command G. Let me hit screenshot. There we go. Screenshot saved. Alright, so that's saved somewhere. That's actually through NVIDIA GeForce Now, not through anything else. And the reason the stream's so short today is because right now I'm running on the free mode of NVIDIA GeForce Now, which only allows you to play for about 1 hour, but that's going to change probably by next stream. I'm probably going to get the $10 a month NVIDIA GeForce Now, and probably play for a little bit longer. And I mean, it's also going to bring some better quality to the game, which is just fine. Now, if there's any, I definitely do need to research if there's any mods right now that will increase the I guess the detail necessarily. But alright, before we end off, let's add in some healthcare. Now down here we got good healthcare, clinics and hospitals. We got a medical clinic, and we have a small medical clinic. I think right now there's 200 people. Let's get a small medical clinic, and let's put it kind of right on this main drag. That's gonna make everybody happy. And then let's death care. What do we have? What is this? Oh, this is cemetery. Dang. All right, cemeteries are really big. I don't know if do I have to put one in right now? I guess we do, right? All right, we're gonna put in just a little local cemetery. It's really big. It's also $114,000, but this should probably last the suburbs forever, at least until we get crematories, and then we could just, take care of it that way. But all right, let's put this cemetery here, even though it is really big and pretty expensive. But I mean, that seems like a good spot for it, right? Yeah, let's just throw that in there. That's gonna make everyone happy, and that's gonna be able to it's gonna send out this car to pick up, dang, three bodies. It's not great, but we are moving 3 speed. We got 200 people in the city now. We have crossed over the threshold, which isn't too bad at all. Now let's what do we got here? Is there a way to turn off the chirper? Because these things are popping off. Definitely in settings, right? That's cool. All right, what do we have down here? Followed citizens. Okay, so we could keep tabs on citizens. Event journal. Okay. And we got the radio station. Okay, we can change the music. Put on the vibe. Okay. Now wait, is this copyright free? I actually don't know. Because like, I remember they had like back in City Skylines 1, they had the copyright free music and they had the copyright music. So let's stick to the public radio station for right now. But I'll look that up and we'll probably get some better music in on the next stream.
Sitting in front of a sheet of blank paper, using
But
imagination.
alright, what do we want to put around here? Definitely some residential, low density. But I don't think they're gonna mind being around the medical center. Now what do we have over here? This is landscaping. I did make a landscaping tutorial on City Skylines 1. So we're definitely gonna have to play a lot with that. And we have garbage management.
Interesting news
Landfill.
from the city's export division. Sources tell
Landfill
us
lot
that
tool.
our
Adjust the
city
dumping
has
area
more
of the
services
landfill.
than
Larger
we know
area
what to do
can
with.
store more
And
garbage.
you know what that means.
That's
It
interesting.
means we're not cutting things
That is
close
interesting.
enough.
So alright, we're not gonna add any trash until we start getting
That's right. You could almost say
notifications
it's
for
too much
that.
of a good thing.
Or we could
But right now we need more people. But how much time do we have left on the stream? Right now we got 1 minute and 44 seconds. So I think we're just gonna save this game before it cuts out on us. So let's go up here and let's figure out how to save the first episode of Builder's Paradise here on City Skylines 2. So it's a save game, Builder's Paradise. Now we could save this to the Microsoft Cloud or locally. Can we save it to both? I'd be very down with saving this to both. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. All right, and let's go back to the main menu. That's gonna be it with the building part of City Skylines 2. I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream so far. And right now, if there's anyone in chat who would like to talk, let me know. But other than that, we're just gonna be chilling here, and we're gonna end the stream pretty shortly. Now, one thing I am thinking about, especially with the series, is streaming daily. I feel like that could be pretty fun, because I mean, of course, that would allow me to learn the game quicker and build a massive city. You know, if we're playing every day, 2-3 hours a day, and streaming it all for you guys, I think at the end that'd be something that could definitely benefit me a lot. Hopefully, you guys would like watching it. Obviously, I'm gonna take some shorts from the live stream, maybe turn some things into a long video. All right, we're gonna go back here. We're gonna go back to the starting soon screen. Now, before I end off the stream, I do want to talk about this starting soon stream. It's the starting soon. I can't even talk. You know what? We'll talk about the starting soon screen in the next episode of Builder's Paradise. Thank you very much. Like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow for some more Builder's Paradise.